You, Senator, will recall that the bill was read the first time in this chamber on Monday, 6 November 2023. Mr. President, you may wish to invite Senator Hussaini Babangida Uba to move the motion for the bill to be read the second time.
This is Senator Hussaini Babangida.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. I'm Senator Babangida Hussaini, representing Jigawa Northwest. And it is my honor and privilege to present this very important bill which seeks to establish a Federal University of Education in Gumel, Jigawa State. Mr. President and my highly respected and distinguished colleagues, permit me to lead the debate on this very important bill which seeks to upgrade Jigawa State College of Education, Gumel, to the Federal University of Education, Gumel, Jigawa State. The bill was read the first time in this hallowed chamber on Monday, 6 November 2023. The development of a sound and robust educational system in any country is therefore predicated on the availability of qualified and well-trained teachers to impart the required knowledge on the students. Thus, the need to have a strong system in the educational sector that shall continuously produce well-qualified and well-trained teachers, as is obtainable in other countries, cannot be overemphasized. This is the fundamental justification for the establishment of this specialized institution of higher learning, the Federal University of Education, Gumel, Jigawa State. Undoubtedly, the realization that universities of education are tools for national development have led to an unbridled quest for and vigorous expansion of such institutions in Nigeria. Permit me to mention that the training and production of qualified teachers is a sine qua non for the continuation of universities and technologies that this very forward-looking 10th Assembly has worked assiduously for. The objectives of the university shall be, 1, to encourage the advancement of learning and to hold out to all persons without distinction of race, creed, sex, or political conviction. 2, to develop and offer academic and professional programs leading to the award of certificates, first degrees, postgraduate research, diploma and higher degrees with emphasis on planning, developmental and adaptive skills in education, technology, applied science, agriculture, commerce, arts, social science, humanities, management and allied professional disciplines. Mr. President, it is also meant to produce socially mature educational men and women with capabilities not only to understand educational need of Nigeria as a nation, but also to exploit existing educational infrastructure and improve on it, and to develop new ones. Mr. President, also, the distinguished colleagues, it is to act as agents and catalysts for effective educational system through postgraduate training, research and innovation for effective economic utilization and conservation of the country's human resources. It is also meant to collaborate with other national and international institutions involved in training, research and development of education with a view to promoting governance, leadership and management skills among educational managers. Mr. President, my highly respected colleagues, the enactment of this bill will go a long way in transforming the decayed educational infrastructure in Nigeria and change the educational fortunes of the country for the better. It will also provide a balanced educational development of Jigawa State. This bill has no financial implication on the federal government, as the university will be acquiring the existing structures of the Jigawa State College of Education, Gumel. It may interest my distinguished colleagues, Mr. President, to also know that my highly respected, that the Jigawa State government has already accepted to hand over the College of Education, Gumel, for the purpose of the takeoff of this university. Therefore, in conclusion, it is my prayer and ardent call that you consider the plight of the people who are desirous of becoming professional teachers and support the expeditious passage of this bill. Thank you, sirs.
Distinguished Senator Mbigi.
Thank you, the President of the Senate, distinguished colleagues. Mpigi Barunada, I represent the good people of Rivers Southeast Senatorial District. Mr. President, I'm from Rivers State. Mr. President, I stand here to lay my voice and to second for the second reading of this all-important bill for the establishment of the Federal University of Education, Gumel, Jigawa State. Mr. President, in supporting for its reading, for second reading, I want to say that this university, if it says through the second reading and eventually passed, Mr. President, is going to help firstly in coping the areas of employment for our youth, and is also going to help in the area of training. Since it is an establishment bill, Mr. President, I want to also urge my colleagues here that we don't need to delay, because this bill is apt and is something that is straightforward. So, Mr. President, I also second that this bill be read for the second time. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you for simplifying my job. Is there anybody opposed to this bill being read a second time? Those in support that this bill be read a second time, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk of the Senate.
Mr. President, distinguished senators, I bill for an act to establish the Federal University of Education, Gumel, Jigawa State, and to make comprehensive provisions for its due management and administration and for related matters, 2025, second reading.
Distinguished colleagues, a bill for an act to establish the Federal University of Education, Gumel, Jigawa State, and to make comprehensive provisions for its due management and administration and for other related matters, 2025. Second reading taken and committed to the Committee on Tertiary Institutions and Telford to revert to the Senate in 4 weeks.